Imagine a community from centuries back, really structured, with its own detailed code of conduct. What happens when people step out of line? And how are rules enforced? Not with like brute force, but with community involvement and, well, even compassion. Today, that's exactly what we're diving into, an ancient rule from early Buddhist monasticism, focusing on the bhikkhunis, the Buddhist nuns. We want to see how a community like that maintained its integrity and guided its members.
Yeah, and our main source here is a really potent piece from a core text. It's called Saṃgādisesa 9. It lays out one specific rule in pretty amazing detail. It gives us a real window into how they manage things internally. So our mission today is basically to unpack this specific Saṃgādisesa, understand what exactly went wrong, the transgressions, and then look at the intricate process they had for keeping the community pure and harmonious. It's a fascinating look at self-governance.
And here's why this matters to you, right? This isn't just dusty history. It shows these timeless ideas about community, holding people accountable, and crucially, rehabilitation. It's a really practical approach to solving problems in a close community. Okay, so let's set the scene a bit. Where does this story start?
It starts with the Buddha. He's residing in Savatthi, which was a major center for his teaching, specifically at Jetavana in the monastery, or Arama, provided by Anathapicca.
Right. And the thing that prompts this rule, it involves a group of nuns.
Exactly. A group of bhikkhunis. They were students. The Pali term is Antivasi Bhikkhunia of another nun named Thullananda. And the texts say they were, causing a disruption.
A disruption how? What were they actually doing?
The source is surprisingly specific. It's not just vague bad behavior. First, it says they were satsam viharanti. That means living mixed up or intermingled.
Mixed up.
Yeah, in unseemly ways, bodily and verbally. The text adds, Anulomikina koikava kasikena sasata viharanti. So inappropriate physical and verbal interactions, basically. Not just being close, but interacting in ways that weren't suitable for nuns. And then there's more. They were called papakara, literally, of bad conduct.
Okay.
Also papasada. That means they had a bad reputation. Bad news traveled.
Got it. Bad rep.
And papasiloka, which points to wrong livelihood. Michajavina jivitakapenthi, making a living in the wrong way. And maybe the most serious bit for the community, they were bhikkhunasagasa vihesika, troublesome, harmful to the whole order of nuns.
How are they harmful?
Well, specifically, they would patikasanti. They'd object, protest, when communal work kame was being done.
Yeah.
Undermining the group effort.
Ah, okay. So actively disruptive.
Yes. And here's a really crucial part. They were anyamanisa vajapaicarika.
Which means?
They were concealing each other's faults, covering for each other. And that's fascinating, right? It wasn't just one person acting out. It was a group thing, enabling each other.
Wow, that's quite a list. So how did this kind of collective problem, especially with the fault hiding, actually get noticed? How did it reach the Buddha?
It came from within the community itself. Other bhikkhunis, described as apicca, meaning those of few desires, the really dedicated ones.
Okay.
They saw what was happening, they were unhappy about it, understood the damage it could do, and they brought it straight to the Buddha.
So an internal check and balance.
Exactly. It shows that mechanism was built into the Saṅgha and the Buddha's reaction. He confirmed it. Sakha Bhagava. It is true. Then he strongly reprimanded them. Vigarahi Buddha Bhagava. He was very clear. He said this kind of behavior doesn't help attract new people or even keep the ones already converted.
Which really highlights something important, doesn't it? Why was that harmony, that good conduct, so vital for the whole mission?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It suggests the community itself was supposed to be the living proof of the teachings. If there was internal chaos, it undermined the whole message.
Okay, so the Buddha confirms it, calls it out. But what happens next in terms of a formal process, more than just a telling off? This is where Saṃgādisesa comes in, right?
That's it. Saṃgādisesa is the key term. It refers to a serious type of offense, but also the formal community-based procedure to deal with it.
So it's the offense and the process.
Yes. And it's a process aimed at rehabilitation, not just punishment, designed by the Buddha. In this case, Saṃgādisesa 9 lays out this multi-step approach, emphasis on fixing things. Step 1. Other nuns who saw or heard about the problems were supposed to approach the group, and they were told to say, quite directly but kindly, "Sisters, you're living mixed up, hiding faults. Please, live secluded. The Saṅgha praises seclusion for you." The Pali is vivekath. Ai, vivikanyayeva bhagini and the Sagovantiti. It's basically an invitation back to the right path.
So, a clear warning. State the problem. Suggest the solution. Seclusion. What if that first warning didn't work? Did they just get kicked out then?
No, not at all. And this is where you really see the focus on giving chances. If they kept doing it, they were to be warned a second time. And if they still persisted, a third time. The text says, Yavatatiya samanuhasitaba tasapani sagaya, meaning warn them up to 3 times for the abandonment of that conduct.
3 warnings. Okay.
Only then, if after that third clear warning they still didn't stop nosabani saju, then they incurred the actual Saṃghādisesa offense.
Ah, so the offense isn't the initial behavior, it's refusing to stop after being formally warned 3 times.
Precisely. The term is yavatatiyakan. It happens after the third warning. It's a system built on, clear signals and a real chance to self-correct, not just immediate punishment, kind of like an ancient spiritual PIP, maybe.
A performance improvement plan, yeah, I see that. That tiered approach feels quite, well, modern in a way, and it sounds like the process itself had to be done just right. You couldn't just casually mention it.
Oh, absolutely. The process was meticulous. Those other nuns who saw or heard things, they had the responsibility to start the process.
Right.
And the rule even specified how many could be admonished at once. 2 or 3 together, devetiso ekaro samanupasitaba, but no more. Suggests they wanted the communication to be effective, maybe not overwhelming.
Tactical consideration.
Very practical. And yes, if the process wasn't followed correctly, if it was deemed an improper formal act, and adhamakampa, the nuns doing the admonishing could actually face lesser offenses themselves.
Wow, so the process had to be perfect too.
It shows how seriously they took the integrity of their own legal framework. Fairness was paramount. And there were even a few exceptions where no offense was incurred.
Like what?
Well, if it wasn't your job to admonish someone, or, crucially, if the nuns did stop the behavior after being warned.
Makes sense.
Also, exceptions for the insane and for adikamikana. That likely means first offenders, perhaps before the rule was fully known or established. Again, showing nuance.
Okay, so let's wrap up this deep dive. We've gone into Saṃgādisesa 9, looked at what those nuns were doing wrong, the Buddha's reaction, and this really detailed step-by-step disciplinary process in that ancient community. It's definitely more than just a list of don'ts.
Absolutely. What really stands out is this strong sense of community responsibility, giving people multiple chances to get back on track. And the ultimate goal always seems to be protecting the harmony, the integrity of the whole saga. It feels like a system designed to guide and heal, not just punish.
So thinking about this ancient model, how does it make you reflect on our own communities today, our workplaces, groups, organizations? How much do we need that clear communication, that accountability, those maybe pathways back when things go wrong? How much seclusion or clear boundaries do our groups need to avoid getting, well, too mixed up? Something to think about.